Alright, so we got the water pump back in it. It's basically reassembled the same way you took it out. A couple of 10mm bolts, tighten them up hand tight, and then snug it just a little bit more. So the next step is to go ahead and get the idler pulley in for the timing belt, and go ahead and get the tensioner pulley installed, but not doing the tensioner yet. And there's a reason why, and I'll explain that to you when I get ready to put it on. So we got the water pump done. Now we just got to put the pulleys in place, and we'll be ready to put the belt back on. Alright, so only after you get all the timing marks lined up, which that one is lined up, ignore the paint. Once you get everything lined up, and only then, nice and tight there. So everything is nice and tight. Now we can pull the pin. Come on, pin. Man, that thing's tight. Damn, that pin's not coming loose. Alright, let me switch hands. Alright, grenade pin's been removed. So now gotta rotate the crank 2 rotations to verify everything came up to top dead center like it's supposed to. So I'll go ahead and get this done, and we'll start the process of putting everything back together. Alright, so we rotated the crank and brought everything back up to top dead center, verified that all the timing marks are within where they're supposed to be. We are good to go. Tensioner's in. Now I'm just going to go back through, verify all the bolts are tight, and then we'll go ahead and start assembling the timing cover itself. So I'll get you in time lapse, and here we go. All right, so we got the belt tensioner and the oil dipstick tube back installed. So now we're going to go ahead and get the harmonic balancer installed here. Make sure the key is in there. Just kind of work it around. All right. Then we're going to take our bolt, get that down, and with our weighted impact socket, we're going to tighten it down and going to hit it with the regular impact. Alright, so now I know she's good and tight. It didn't move anymore. That weighted impact takes it on there pretty darn tight. So next step we're going to do is go ahead and lower it back down, get the covers for the timing belt, take that motor mount back off, or partially, so I can get that belt for the power steering to slide back down underneath, so we can get that stretch belt installed. Then we'll put the regular belt on and finish buttoning it up. Alright, so this stretch belt here for the power steering pump, all that is just a hose pincher. I got it from a tool truck. They sell them at the local parts house to pinch off like power steering hoses and transmission cooler lines. Just basically set that in there. It is a pain in the butt just because of the lack of room. And just kind of force that belt to sit in that groove and rotate it to crank to get that in place. You can rotate it off the power steering pump. It doesn't really matter, but just kind of work it around and it will seat. So that's how I did the power steering pressure or power steering stretch belt. I apologize I didn't get it on video. I thought I hit the record button, but that's how you install that. Now we're going to lift it back up, get the regular accessory belt or the drive belt, serpentine belt on the alternator, compressor, tensioner, and then back on the crank. We'll do the oil change and get this thing fired up. Alright, so we got her up and running. It's been running for just a few minutes now. You can hear the power steering pump whining. He'll get that fixed later. So we got the timing belt all done, all buttoned up. Got coolant, finished the oil change, filled the coolant reservoir. So now we just got to let it get up to operating temperature and shut it down, let it cool off, and verify coolant level. So that is the process of the timing belt and oil filter housing.